Hello, everyone. It's your pal, the Nightwalker here, and we're back with shelf number 2. And I would say my library of horrors, but that's going to be kind of counterproductive when you see Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke and Chicken Run right there. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started with shelf number 2. So first off, we have The Changeling. Great ghost story. A slow build, but really good. Really good addition from Severn. I know some people complained about they had trouble with theirs. I don't ever really recall having too much trouble with mine. So, anyway, though, yeah, really good. Good ghost story. Enjoy the movie. So, all right, now on to the shelf. We have, like I said, obviously, we have Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke. Okay, you know what really pissed me off? I'm going to be honest, what really pissed me off was when this was first announced that this was coming to Blu-ray. I was so psyched because I wanted to get all the Cheech and Chong movies on Blu-ray. And at the same time that this was being announced, they also announced that they were going to put Still Smokin' out on Blu-ray, and they were going to pretty much be released at the same time. So I pre-ordered both of them, Up in Smoke and Still Smokin', and I got Up in Smoke, and for whatever the hell reason, Still Smokin' just ended up being pulled. I don't even know why it did, but it got pulled, and just, I don't know if anybody ever got a copy of it. I just know that I didn't. Mine got pulled, and that was that. So yeah, that kind of pissed me off. I really wanted to have both of them, so. Now we have Chicken Run, and I'm going to be honest with you here, okay? I'm not the biggest Disney fan or anything in the world, but I love Aardman Entertainment. You know, you've heard me say before in previous videos, I admit I'm a sucker for British entertainment, and Aardman, yeah, I much prefer their stuff. Chicken Run, I love it. I love Wallace and Gromit. I love Shaun the Sheep. I don't know what, I don't know. Call me crazy, but I just much prefer Aardman. I just really prefer their stuff. So, yeah, Chicken Run. There you go. Now we have the Child's Play, the original. This is the Scream Factory edition, which really glad to have. Look at all those. That's a good addition to have. All those bonus features, 2-disc set. So yeah, definitely love me some Chucky. So we got the original, and we got the remake that just came out. I gotta be honest, this movie was not the disaster I thought it was going to be. This movie actually turned out to be pretty good, I don't like it as much as the original, but I think I can enjoy this for what it is and its own merits. But, yeah, I actually didn't mind this. I mean, yeah, definitely Brad Dourif's presence is sorely missing from this, but Mark Hamill, I think he did a good job. I think, he did pretty well with what he had. So, anyway, there's that. All right. So we got Christine in 4K. Just, that's kind of something, I really would like to get every John Carpenter movie on 4K because his movies always look great anyway. And I just got a feeling like pretty much, can you imagine how good The Thing is going to look in 4K? That's going to be mind-boggling how good that movie's going to look. So, looking forward to that. Okay, we have the Jean Rollin Vampire Cinema Collection with The Rape of the Vampire, The Nude Vampire, Shiver of the Vampire, and Requiem for a Vampire. Now, interesting films. I do like Jean Rollin as a filmmaker, and almost dropped it. But, there we go. Better turn that back around. Sorry. But, yeah, so I like his work. I like a lot of his gothic vampire movies, but here's the thing, if you're squeamish about nudity, and I know a lot of people who are like that. I know a lot of people who are like, oh, I could handle all the blood, gore, and carnage you could throw at me. Bring it on. But, show them a movie with nudity and they freak out every time. So if you don't like nudity, yeah, I'd stay away from Jean Rollin vampire films. Clown, produced by Eli Roth. I like this movie. This is a good movie. So, pretty cool. Pretty nasty little flick, too, but yeah, I really enjoy it. I thought this was good. The Conjuring. Really enjoy this. Good movie. I've told this story before, but one thing I thought was funny was I remember several years ago when this movie was first coming out, and I was like, oh, okay, a movie about it, supposedly Ed and Lorraine Warren's most scariest case that they dealt with. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'd like to see that. I know about Ed and Lorraine Warren. I'm a fan of theirs, and I like to see this. And there was a man named David that I worked with at the time at my job. And all I told him was I wanted to see it. It looked good to me and it sounded interesting, so I wanted to see it. Then he went and saw it before I did. And then he came back and actually blamed me because the movie scared him so bad. He literally was like, "Oh man, you made me go see that movie," like as if I had a gun pointed at his head. But, "Oh, you made me go see that movie, and because of that, that scared me so bad and all that. It's your fault and everything." Oh my God. But anyway, yeah, I do. I like The Conjuring. I like some of the Conjuring movies better than others, definitely. But yeah, I'm cool with them. Cooties, pretty fun film. You know, yeah, I enjoy it. Good zombie comedy. Well, more like a infected people, but still pretty good. I enjoy it. So. Creepshow, easily one of, if not the best horror anthologies ever made. Do I really need to speak about Creepshow? Come on. We all know it. It's one of the best, easily. George Romero, Stephen King, what more could you want? Yeah, just Creepshow is a masterpiece. Can't believe that as soon as I found out Scream Factory was doing this edition of it, man, I had to, come hell or high water, I had to make sure I got this. So, really, really happy. So, yeah, enjoy that. We got the Critters collection. I admit, I haven't seen the, what's it called? Critters Attack? The Shudder series? I haven't seen that yet, but I got the movies. So, I'm a marginal fan of the Critters movies. They're okay. They're not my ultimate favorites, but I don't mind them. The first two I thought were really good. The third one is... The fourth one, Cult of Chucky. I know a lot of people didn't like this one. I thought it was pretty fun. Had some interesting ideas to it. I thought it was kind of... I like the idea of taking Chucky in a new direction. I'm not going to say what that is, but anyway, though, so I'm looking forward to the TV series we're supposed to have coming. So that's cool. Getting ready for that. The Dark Knight trilogy on 4K. I really got this. I was surprised. I didn't think I was going to because, I keep hearing this is getting more and more out of print and that, copies of these are getting more harder to find. If you do find them, they're expensive. But I ended up getting this for, I want to say $27. So for 3 quality movies, that's not bad. And I do enjoy the Dark Knight trilogy. Obviously, Dark Knight with Heath Ledger is the best one of the 3, but still, I still enjoy Batman Begins and Dark Knight Rises. I think those are all 3 good, solid films. Just my opinion, but Dawn of the Dead remake, not bad remake. I much prefer the original. I got to be honest with you. The original Dawn of the Dead is easily my favorite zombie movie of all time, but pretty good remake, so not too bad. The Dead Don't Die. I know this movie gets a ton of hate. I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was kind of fun. It's definitely different. You got to give it that, but kind of oddball. I know the humor is very, very hit and miss with a lot of people, but I really enjoy it. I had fun with this. So, yeah, a good little flick. I didn't mind it too much. So, okay, so now we're continuing on, and we got David Cronenberg's Dead Ringers. I'm a big fan of Cronenberg films. I love a lot of his movies, particularly more his earlier stuff, the horror stuff, the body horror films and things like that. But, yeah, I do enjoy this movie. The Soska sisters, do they really need to remake this? I've heard, excuse me, they just remade Rabbit, and from everything I've heard, it's either bad or it's mediocre, not anything to get excited about. Do we really need a remake of this one now? It's like, come on, Soska sisters, I know you can do better. Go do something like American Mary. That was awesome. Don't sit here and feel like you need to go remake every David Cronenberg movie there is. Seriously, we don't need that. Okay, his movies stand fine for what they are. Deadly Blessing, in my opinion, a very, very underrated Wes Craven movie. I enjoyed this movie a lot. I think it's really good, really well made. And not just for that reason alone, but yeah, I really do think this is a good horror film. And I know the ending was tacked on, but I still enjoy it. So yeah, I really do like this movie. I think it's good. Early young Sharon Stone getting a tarantula in her mouth. Fun, huh? Okay, we got Deadpool. I need to get this on 4K. I got the second one on 4K. I need to upgrade and get the first one. But yeah, Deadpool, I have to admit, I'm not big on Marvel movies at all. That's one of the reasons I started giving away the free movie codes was because, people were giving me Marvel codes and stuff. And it's like, I'm not going to use these. Why not just give them away? So, and, it's like you try to sell them and either nobody wants them or they try to sucker you to getting them in for free anyway. So I was like, you know what? I'll just start giving them away for free in my videos. So why not? If I get them, I just give them away. But Deadpool, yeah, probably one of the few Marvel movies I actually do enjoy. So, Devil's Dolls, I've seen this. Not a bad movie. Decent, yeah. Not the best horror movie of all time, but still thought it was pretty good. Yeah, so I enjoy it. I do admit I like me some Dirty Harry. I do like Clint Eastwood's movies. Not every single thing he does, like a lot of the movies that he directs and he doesn't act in, I'm not the hugest fan of, but like when he's acting in the movies, and I do love the Dirty Harry movies. So one of the few like non-horror things I've got. So. But anyway, so yeah, Dirty Harry, I enjoy those. Django Unchained, I am a sucker for Tarantino movies. I think you guys already know that. I probably already said that, like when I showed off my Once Upon a Time in Hollywood box set. Yeah, I do love Tarantino movies, so enjoy his stuff. We got Dolls. Stuart and Gordon Dolls. I love this movie. This movie is a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Some good, funny humor in it. My brother and I, we enjoyed this movie. And, it's like some of the dialogue in there, antiques. Oh, shit. Antiques. Stuff like that. So, but yeah. You're not my mama. Thank God. But yeah, still really enjoy this movie. This movie is a lot of fun. I really like it. Like it a lot. So. We got The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, the cartoon. Obviously, okay, yeah, I grew up with this, and, so I admit. And the one thing I will say right now, being a guy going by the name of Horror Heaven 77, I will admit that I am ashamed that my horror Christmas collection is not as big as it should be. I need to get to work on that. And when I see this here, it just makes me feel more like I really need to get going on building my horror Christmas movie collection. So anyway, got The Grinch. If anything, I could say, the best thing about it is it's, narrated by Boris Karloff. So Dracula, Prince of Darkness. I know that Scream Factory put out an edition of this. I just don't really feel the need to upgrade. I feel like I'm pretty well satisfied with this. So plus this has the collectible cards and stuff in it. So yeah, I'm pretty well satisfied just sticking with this. So we have the we have the Dragon Tattoo Trilogy, the extended edition. I need to finish watching this. I started into it, and but damn, this thing's was it like over? What does it say? I think it says here somewhere. Anyway, though, all three of these movies altogether, they run like over, this thing altogether is over 9 hours. But yeah, I do need to finish watching these. I like this. It's good. It definitely has horror elements to it. It's good suspense and everything. And I got to be honest, I'm sorry, but I think this actress here, Noomi Rapace, I think that's how you say her name. Let's see. Noomi Rapace. I'm sorry, but I think I like her version of Elizabeth Salander much better than Rooney Mara. I'm sorry, I'm not a Rooney Mara fan. Kate Mara I like, but Rooney Mara, I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of. So anyway, so there's that. Drive Angry, fun movie. Definitely pretty fun, Got the devil, got all kinds of good fun and action and mischief and stuff. And so, remember Amber Heard when everybody didn't hate her as much as they do now? But of course, I probably shouldn't have said that. People are, I don't hate Amber Heard, but a lot of people do now. But anyway, so yeah. Okay, yeah, this one's going to be fun to explain. Dumbo. I got this mainly because it's Tim Burton. I am a Tim Burton fan. I like to try to collect as many of his movies as I can. I saw this. It's okay. It's definitely not anything great. But yeah, I admit it. It was Tim Burton. You got Danny DeVito, Michael Keaton, Eva Green. So yeah, that was enough to get me to pay the $6.99 to buy it on Blu-ray. So speaking of Tim Burton, now a little bit of a better movie of his is Edward Scissorhands. So Good classic, gothic, fun fairy tale of a film. But anyway, yeah. Goes to show you. I mean, whoever thought that, like a movie about a guy who has scissors for hands would end up becoming such a classic film. But, it's like sometimes it goes to show, originality does work. So sometimes even ideas that seem absurd could end up working. So you never know. The Entity. Now, okay, now I think I mentioned this when I showed it in the haul video. Go back to my old channel, Cinema 77 Horror and Cult Film Lover. That is the one video. I did a movie review on this. This is the one video of mine that has more views than any video I've ever done. That one has well over 4,000 views on it by now. And I'm surprised by that. Out of all the videos I've done, I'm surprised The Entity is the one that gets the most views. But I'm happy about it. And I do love this movie. This movie's genuinely scary as hell. If you haven't seen it, this movie will creep you out big time. Good film. Escape from New York. Now I found out we got Escape from LA coming from Scream Factory, so looking forward to that. So yeah, I do want to pick that up and add it to the. I hope it's a collector's edition, and they, so that way I could put Escape from New York with Escape from LA. Have the both of them together. So yeah, I do enjoy Escape from New York though. Evil Dead 2 on 4K. I really need to get my ass going and get Evil Dead 1. Don't know what the hell I was thinking, but yeah, I do need Evil Dead number 1. I got Evil Dead 2, so I need number 1 now. So, but anyway, yep, Evil Dead 2. What can I say? It's wonderful. It's an amazing movie. It's easily one of the best horror comedy films that ever came out in the 80s. All right, we got The Exorcist 3. I really do like this sequel. I love the first movie. I hated the second movie. The third movie I enjoyed, and the other two just kind of bleh. Didn't really care for. But yeah, Exorcist 3, I do enjoy. Really like this movie. Got a great cast in it. Brad Dourif, George C. Scott. So, yeah. Okay, we got Expendables 2 and Expendables 3. I admit I do enjoy these movies. They're just fun. I grew up during the time of the 80s action movies, and my dad was really big into them and stuff like that. So it's kind of fun. It makes me nostalgic and stuff like that. But yeah, so I do enjoy these. All right, now my Fear of the Walking Dead. I have to admit, I stopped at season 3. I just lost interest in the show, to be honest with you. So we got season 1, which, yeah, slow burn, but it wasn't bad. Season 2, I actually enjoyed this one. I thought this was a pretty good season. Season 3 was pretty decent. Just the reason I lost interest in it, though, is just like when I first got into Fear of the Walking Dead, the thing that I enjoyed about it the most was the fact that it was completely different from the original Walking Dead series. And as the show went on, it seemed like they just kept trying to turn it more and more into regular Walking Dead, even to the point they pretty much kill off all the characters from the beginning of the series. Now it's the Morgan show, pretty much. And, and now it's just more drama than it is anything else. I mean, there's hardly even any zombies in it anymore. So I haven't even watched season 5, and I've heard people say, yeah, it's not good. So yeah, so kind of like 3 is just kind of where I just lost interest. So 50 Shades of Black, I admit, I like Marlon Wayans. I like his comedy and stuff. I know some people are probably out there like, well, shit, dude, there really is no accounting for taste, is there? But I like Marlon Wayans. I like, a lot of his stuff. I like the Wayans brothers in Living Color, Scary Movie, Haunted House. I love all that stuff. So yeah, so I do like some Marlon Wayans. And this movie was all right. Not his best work, but still, I thought it was pretty good. Okay, we're at the last section of the shelf here. And right now we've got Firestarter. Stephen King's Firestarter. Love this movie. Now I heard they're doing a remake. Of course, why not? Because we got to remake everything, don't we? But yeah, I do like this movie. Really good film. Always enjoyed it. So good cast, good story. So, and I admit it, I saw this when I was really little, and I had a crush on Drew Barrymore, as I'm sure a lot of people did. So yeah, I had a crush on her. So okay, so what we got now? The First Purge. Not a bad movie. I do enjoy this. Funny thing was though is where is she at here? This actress here. At first, I thought that was like Marisa Tomei. It kind of looked a little bit like her. To me, it did. But I do enjoy the Purge movies. I really need to get going and watch season 1 of the TV series. I heard we got Purge number 5 coming out, so I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, I do like the Purge films. They're really good. Okay, this movie is brilliant. John Carpenter's The Fog. I don't think I need to say much about this. One of the best ghost stories ever, even if it's not based on true events. But yeah, just a great classic scary ghost story and great cast. I mean, come on, look at Hal Holbrook, Tom Atkins, Adrienne Barbeau, Jamie Lee Curtis. I mean, do I really need to say more? Come on. Yeah, The Fog, easily one of the all-time best ghost stories there ever will be. Found footage 3D. I found this movie and got it for a good price, and it was pretty good. Fun movie. I enjoyed it. I do, when they're done well, I don't mind the found footage movies. Stuff like Blair Witch or something. If you do it well, I don't mind these movies. I actually quite enjoy quite a few of them. Oh, yeah, I forgot to show you that. Yeah, see how she's there looking all evil with the claw hammer. So, yeah, I actually enjoy this movie. I thought it was pretty good. Another Hammer that, Scream Factory just put out, but I'm keeping this version instead. It's Frankenstein Created Woman. And I think you've probably seen in other videos of mine, definitely like my room tour video. I have a poster for this. So, yeah, I do enjoy the Hammer movies. So, but yeah, I know Scream Factory put this out, but I'm pretty well satisfied with this copy here. Now we got friend request, who actually has Alicia from Fear of the Walking Dead, who she's pretty much now, she's like the only last cast member on that show. Pretty much everybody else is gone, I think. Well, except for Strand, I think. But, yeah, decent movie. I mean, just, it was okay. Not anything brilliant, but it was all right. So, yeah, it was okay. Tobe Hooper's The Funhouse, classic 80s slasher movie, great movie. I really enjoy this. The movie's a lot of fun. Good stuff. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You want to get into the 80s slasher movies, this is definitely a good one to start with if you haven't already. So, yeah. Pay to get in, pray to get out. The Garbage Pail Kids movie. Okay, yeah, I admit I was a fan of Garbage Pail Kids back in the day. I used to collect all the cards and stuff, and I was like, I know this movie's got some problems with it, but I still enjoy it for the most part. And, the characters and, some of the dialogue is like really bad, but it's bad in a fun way. It's like the character Greaser Greg there is like, chicks is chicks, and I know my chicks, and stuff. And so, yeah, this movie's a lot of fun. I really get a kick out of it. So I know a lot of people can't stand this movie and they think it's just pure trash, but, I admit I had some fun with it. Get Out, a movie I would upgrade to 4K if I find it for a good price. A decent film. And I have never reviewed Get Out, but essentially it's kind of like the best way to put it is it's, the Stepford Wives, but instead of man versus woman, it's white versus black. And, it's a good movie. It's a good concept and everything. The only thing that I said before when I reviewed the movie Us for Body Bags, the one thing I have to admit I don't care for is when I know Jordan Peele's known for comedy and he's trying to do horror movies now. I just don't like it when he tries to combine the two. It's like he's good at comedy, he's good at horror. It's just when he combines the two of them, it doesn't work. It's kind of like it's much better if he just kind of sticks to one or the other. But Get Out, I do enjoy for the most part. I do think it's a good film. The Godfather trilogy, yeah, come on. I think just about everybody's got that in their movie collection. So, The Green Inferno. I would like to upgrade to the Scream Factory edition because that one's got way more bonus features and stuff. So yeah, so I would like to. Decent movie. It's okay. I mean, I got to admit, I was kind of really let down because, when I heard that Eli Roth was going to do a jungle cannibal movie, in the vein of Cannibal Holocaust or Cannibal Ferox, and he's supposed to be such a huge fan of those movies. I really expected much more in terms of over-the-top gore and craziness and nudity and all that other kind of stuff. Much in the vein of the Italian cannibal jungle movies and stuff. And this movie, is really quite tame. He kind of did like, he kind of used like the Hitchcock method of, I'm going to have one crazy, crazy, grisly, gruesome scene of violence. And then the rest of the movie I can make relatively violence free. And that's kind of what he did. So anyway, yeah, a little bit let down, but still not a bad film. Green Room with the late, great Anton Yelchin. I'm so sorry he passed away. He was a good actor. Patrick Stewart, good film. Good thriller. Really enjoy that one. Grindhouse. Yep. Oh yeah. Sorry, my arm's getting tired. Sorry about the shaky camera work there. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Anyway, yeah, Grindhouse, saw this in the theater. I loved it. And this is the movie that actually made me, for a long time there, I was not going to do Blu-ray. I was just going to stick with DVD. This was the one that pushed me into starting Blu-ray collection because, when I found out, supposedly there was supposed to be a 2-disc collector's edition of this on Blu-ray, but there was going to be a 3-disc collector's edition on DVD. But then come to find out, it's like, well, the DVD is out there, but you got to import it from other countries and stuff. And it was just cheaper just to buy a Blu-ray player and just start going Blu-ray. So, and as a matter of fact, I didn't even pay for this. This was given to me as a birthday present. So, but anyway, yeah, I love this. Love the 2 movies. I admit I like Planet Terror just a little bit better, but yeah. The Halloween set, I admit I really, really bitched up. I did not get the limited edition 15-disc set when I should have, but would you believe me if I told you I found this in a pawn shop for $6 and it's in perfect condition? The discs are perfect. Everything on this is pretty much mint. And I got this. I only paid $6 for that. Would you believe me if I told you that? So yeah, I can't complain too much. Even though, yeah, I really wish I could get that 15-disc set. Here's the new Halloween on 4K. It's okay. Not exactly what I was expecting, but it's okay. It's a good movie. I mean, it's entertaining enough. I don't think it's the greatest Halloween since the original, but still it's a pretty good movie. Hammer Horror Film Collection, which now I notice Scream Factory is going to start putting a bunch of these out on Blu-ray. I know they got Curse of the Werewolf, and I think there was another one on here. Kiss of the Vampire, I think they got that one. So yeah, they're going to start putting all these out, but right now this is good enough for me, so I'm happy with that. Hangman, home invasion movie, really good. Really good, shocking ending. So, pretty good stuff. I like it. Hannibal, the movie, on 4K. I actually like this movie. I know this movie gets a lot of shit, but I enjoy it. So, yep. I'm about ready to run out of time here, so I better hurry up and finish. I got the complete series of Hannibal. It's pretty good. I like the movies a little bit better, but still the series is pretty good too. And we got Harry Potter Season 1, the Sorcerer's Stone, and Year 2, Chamber of Secrets. So anyway, I'm sorry I've finished up real quick like that, but anyway, that's it. So if anybody took the time to watch all this, I thank you for doing it. I appreciate you for doing it. I honestly hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and there'll be more videos posted. And until then, take care. This is your friend, the Night Walker, and be careful. You never know. You might be strolling around out and around about at night, and you never know who you could run into. Maybe